Okay, so this video is about a very sexy topic, referencing. Pretty much in your outcome, everything that is not initially your own idea or your own words needs to be referenced. There is no magic referencing system, like one is not better than the other. You just need to pick one system and go with it. So the reason for this is because plagiarism is a big issue in the research project. Research means that you've taken information from other people, and so you need to correctly attribute it. So we know that that's what plagiarism is. When we are using our quotes, we're going to make sure that we have actually used them appropriately. So these are all the times that you would use a quote: to define, to present a position, if you've got important points from things. Yeah, it's really any time that it's not your words. Now, when we are doing this, there's some information here to help you basically. Quotes need to be as they were, unless you're cutting out words or changing things. And so when you are doing that, square brackets are put in if you add something. So for example, if I said, she is a cow, and that is doesn't make sense in my sentence, I could change it to are, but I would have to put square brackets in. If there is a mistake in the quote, you have to keep that the same and you use sick. Okay. Other things is that when you are doing this, if you are introducing your source to help with credibility, so you're saying, as Dr. X told us, the head of the Jersey Dairy was blah, 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 then that's not a reference. That is you talking about source to give us credibility, but it's not a reference. You still need that on the end as well. So when we look at this is an example of how it could look. You know, Davidson argues this, and we've got some quotation marks to show, oh, that's meant to be there and at the end, okay? The other thing though for S1 criteria is that you have to paraphrase things. So you read it and then you put it into your own words. You can still reference this because it is still an idea from somebody else, okay? So you don't just pretend it was all your idea. So this is our original information, all right? If you look at this example, the issue of men shifting responsibility for pride and financial, blah, 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 exact quote, reference at the end. What we could do is actually change it up so that we just have the key ideas. Now, what you will see in this example is that they only changed 3 words. Now, when you only change 3 words, it's plagiarism and it's a quotation still. When you just do right-click synonyms, it's still plagiarism because it's still not your words and it won't necessarily make sense. So to do this well, what you do want to do is down this example here, okay? They argue that the decline of the role, etc., and they've just quoted one tiny little bit. This is how you write at an A standard, okay? So it's your job to go back to the booklet and have a look at all the different ones to see how not to do it. Then that brings us to referencing. We need to make sure that we stick with one reference system. Where's my references go? And with that, my suggestion would be just use, you know, Cite This For Me or Harvard Generator, whatever it is, just use the same system. Make sure that your Cite This For Me is always in the right one. So it could change when you log in each time. Make sure you're using the same one, APA or MLA or Harvard or Chicago or whatever it is. And make sure that you're using only one system of in-text or footnote, okay? The only time that might change slightly is if you have diagrams and you're unable to put a footnote into your diagram. Talk to me about that if that's a situation you have. Otherwise, good luck.